So, Ma, we know all about the Alabama Riverboat brawl that happened this weekend. On Saturday, a group of white voters attacked the black employee on Saturday at a dock at the Riverfront Park in Montgomery, Alabama, sparking a massive brawl that resulted in multiple arrests. And the city's mayor was calling for justice to be served to the voters for attacking a man who was doing his job. Now, we've seen so many different videos. For some people, it became, kind of like a big joke because everybody had a good laugh. And for other people, it was definitely a lot more serious and just kind of thought provoking. What are your thoughts on the whole incident?
It's unfortunate that the whole thing happened. It's very unfortunate that the whole thing happened. I think people were drunk and arrogant and, of course, racist at the top of it. And things just got out of control. Mm-hmm. And people behaved very badly, although some people behaved heroically. Some people came to the aid when they saw when the individual was being, jumped on by a group and he, needed some help.
The black man was being attacked by white.
Okay.
Men
all right.
Initially.
Good.
Okay.
Okay, good. That's exactly what I saw.
Okay.
And I'm so glad that some people came to his aid. Then at one point it became a mob where too many people were coming to the aid where they weren't needed. And then some people were jumping in trying to help, irrespective of color, black and white. Were trying to break it up. Some were trying to escalate it. Some were still trying to fight. And some were trying to break up the fight. And it was just a melee. And so I'm just very glad that no one was killed. I don't think anyone was permanently or seriously harmed. That may still be in the process of being assessed. I don't know. But as far as what I've heard so far, no one was seriously injured, and we know no one was killed. So for those things, we could be thankful. And, for the people who decided that they were going to resort to physical violence, I'm glad they got there. There's an old-fashioned word, and I don't know if you've ever heard of it, but it's called comeuppance. It's a word. I'm glad they got their comeuppance. And that means you got what was good for you. Chickens came home to roost. You got what you deserved, okay? You got your comeuppance, because when you decide to jump on people, you don't know what that's going to be. And they just unfairly jumped on this man, wrongly, unfairly.
Doing his job.
Yes. And so I could see from the video that a few of them definitely got their comeuppance.
Yeah. It was an unfortunate incident from the beginning, but like you said, they got their behinds kicked pretty much. Anyway, the captain of the riverboat remained away from the dock for 40 to 45 minutes because the private boat was blocking. The owners of the boat confronted the captain of the riverboat with obscene, aggressive words, and he was just doing his job. 13 people were detained, but were ultimately released. Richard Roberts.
Well, I know one was held, and they're looking for two more, according to Mayor Reed, as of last evening. Now I don't know what happened since then. One was
Richard. Isn't that what I'm?
Oh, okay. Oh, I'm sorry, sweetie. I didn't notice what you said. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Richard Roberts, 48, white male, is the warrant for his arrest, assault, I guess, 3rd degree. Alan Todd, a white male, 1 warrant pending. Zachary Simpson, 25, white male, 1 warrant pending. And those are, misdemeanor charges. All of the warrants are for the owners of the private boat. 1 is in custody. 2 are set to turn themselves in. Now, they may have, I don't know, by the time you hear this podcast.
Right. Gotcha.
And then Reggie Gray, the man wielding the folding chair, is being asked to contact the police department. So let's see if he contacts the police, Ma.
Yeah. And see, that's a big thing when there's these big mob scenes, some people, who are really innocent often get hurt, so that's what also happens. But so it's not a good idea, but I'm glad it didn't get any worse than it did.
It's very sad, and obviously you don't want any innocent people hurt. We don't know if that woman was innocent or not. We know that she was older and a woman. That we do know. So what are your thoughts on Marlon Wayans? You know, when he said, "How about we not try that in a small town? Shit, silly bro. Let's all just be love, not war." What are your thoughts on that?
Like I said, that's a lot of la la land talk, And, from Marlon Wayans, I don't know what position he's ever been in, but this man was jumped on, and he had no alternative. Now, the people who jumped on him, I guess Marlon must be talking to them because they're the ones who started it.
Right.
I hope he's talking to them. I don't know what he's saying. I'm never sure.
The internet was not happy with what he was saying. He was saying that nobody should have came to the guy's aid, pretty much.
Well, you know what? If that's what he was saying, he's sounding crazy. Because if that was him in there getting his ass beat, he would want somebody to come save him and help him out. If that was 3 men or 4 men, multiple men jumping on him, one only, that's fine for somebody from a family of 9 or 10 siblings. Yeah, you can say all that. But if it's just you being beat upon, you want anybody to come to your rescue. And I can tell you for sure, some of the people that came to his rescue, they weren't all black. There was some white who came to the rescue too, that was trying to break it up and, blah, blah, blah. So it's just unfortunate, and his comments are, I don't know where he's coming from specifically.
They're out of pocket. Maybe he misunderstood. Maybe he didn't communicate things properly, but no.
I mean, we all know under optimal conditions, you aren't supposed to fight. We all have that. But that's not the issue. You're supposed to be addressing this specific episode. And in this specific episode, they were, several people. It started one-on-one, and then others jumped in on this one man. So what were they supposed to do? Just let him get beat down? No. And so that's what happened.
Yeah. So, Marlon, you were out of pocket. That's all, that I have to say for that.
There you go.
Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and check out full episodes of the Bamgboshe